Well, hi everybody. As you can probably tell, I am in my stick and brick. No teardrop and vans today. I am going to go on another adventure next month for about a week. I will definitely be bringing you in on that, and there will be stuff posted up here. Just check periodically and see if there's anything else new on here. I just wanted to touch base with you. I am back in my place, and I decided today to do something different. It was supposed to be sunny today, and it ended up being a rainy day. So I ended up wrapping up my hair. Now, I do have hair. It's back there. So all I did was put my hair in a ponytail and then proceeded to do this. I didn't know if I'd remember how to do it, but I did. Yay me. So I'm happy with me. Lola is nearby over here to my left on a seat or bench. I'm here at my table. I'm just kind of hungry tonight, but don't exactly know what I want to eat. So I'm just kind of eating a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just kind of nibbling. I don't want a lot, but I am tired. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday, so I've already watched one service that was in Australia. It's a Calvary Chapel the video. So, and I really enjoyed that and got, to do the full service. So I was listening to that. So that's great. So my goal is to keep downsizing so that y'all know I am serious about this. It's going to take me a while. The house still has to be finished in painting. So with so much rain coming in every so often, they have to do it in spurts, and so it's just not getting done. So I'm waiting on that. And then once that's done and my landscaping is done, I went out and I pulled some weeds today because it finally stopped raining, but when it rains, I get a lot of weeds. So I'm going to have to try to figure out how to actually make the ground pretty much not livable for plants because there's just too much here. It's just too much, and I just can't keep up with it. I would have to be out there all day today, all day tomorrow, all day the next day. It's bad. So I have looked up some, remedies that are not poisonous remedies, of course, to try to get rid of these weeds and such. So I'm working on that. In the meantime, I'm going to have a little snack here. Not too much, just a little bit. And because it is late. And I want to try on a couple dresses, make sure I have stuff ready for tomorrow to go ahead to the church here in my area and with my family. So I will be doing that, and that's about it. So I hope you all really enjoy your Easter holiday and Resurrection Day, and that if you don't have Jesus in your heart and life, please bring him in your heart and life. I mean, I was so scared coming back home, honestly, because my directions took me way out of the way and then finally brought me back. And I really was scared, and I was talking to God the whole time, and I was like, Lord, what are we doing? Because I really don't understand what we're doing. Maybe some more people just need to see the teardrop that says, Aloha Ke Akua, and, God is love. I'll turn my TV down again. It just changed again. Oh, there's a guy I always watch. Okay, I'll be watching him a little bit as I'm doing things. At any rate, I said, well, Lord, I don't know where we're going. And I checked my address like 3 times because it took me off the highway into St. Helens, where Mount St. Helens is, right? And then it took me to Mount Rainier. And then it brought me back around again. I'm like, where are we going? I really was kind of worried about it. But why I'm telling you that is because I normally would have panicked, and I kind of was almost. But then I'm like, wait a minute. God's going to get me home. I just got to trust him, and that's it. And we got home. It took a little bit longer, and maybe more people had to see, the Aloha Ke Akua. I don't know. But at any rate, I am taking things still out of the trailer, and I am going to reconfigure inside the teardrop trailer because I did block off the one door completely because there's too much draft coming in those doors because it's only, myself and my dog when we're in there. Yes, I have the bed in the vehicle, in the SUV. So, somebody could be sleeping in there. I'm sleeping on teardrop. I've got the dog, that kind of thing. and then we switch off. But that's fine. I just don't want the teardrop to be so cold. And I know I have to get a heater for it. I do have a small heater, but it just takes the edge off. So, in all honesty. So, if it's nice outside, it's like 70. It even can be 80. As long as I undo that top, open it up and get some air in there in the evening, it's perfectly fine. And then I don't get as much condensation. I get some, but I don't get very much. But in the colder weather and the dampness, yeah, then it's not great. But I am going to try to reconfigure it. I just usually get condensation around the doors, if y'all are wondering. I don't get a lot, like on the walls and stuff. I'm not having that problem, or on the floor or the bed or, anything like that. I really don't get it except for the doors. And now it's just the one door. The other door, I figured out when I start to block everything and not get that little bit of a draft in there, it stopped it completely. So there wasn't any. I do have something in the trailer that's supposed to absorb that condensation, but I think I have to have more than one in there. It's the stuff you get at Dollar Tree, if you're wondering. But I'll keep working on it. And I'm gradually emptying everything out, cleaning things up. It's just today I had to work. And that was why I also wanted to wrap my hair. I just didn't want it in my face. I was teaching today, and I know sometimes you kind of lean over, or you might have to bend over, and I didn't want my hair, down and up with the hair thing. So I'm like, let me just put this on. I did remember how to wrap it. I admire the women that wrap their hair. It's just so beautiful. Some of the head wraps are gorgeous. And I am on the head wrap tutorial thing somewhere on YouTube and Facebook, but it takes me a minute, because I don't do it regularly. But this is just so easy. And this is an infinity scarf, like, to boot. So that's why I had to remember how to do it. But, yeah, and I just left my hair down. So I didn't, tuck my hair all in there. I just made the ponytail and kind of worked around that. So that's what I'm doing. I don't always wear a baseball cap. And I always wear, like a ski cap. Sometimes I actually have something like this, a little more stylish, and even earrings and everything, right? So you didn't see me like that on the other videos, because when I'm traveling and I am, in rest stops and, trying to make food and just, moving the dog around and stuff around, and yeah, I'm not going to be all dressed up. So, but today was a day I said, hey, I haven't been able to do that for a while. Let me do it. And I did. So now I will take you on my next adventure, which is in about 2-3 weeks. It's going to be in May, right around May 5th or 6th. And I will be getting a van, not permanently. It's one that I'm going to be renting for a week. And I actually want to set it up in the inside, like actual van life, as you know what van life is if you follow. And I want to see, I've got a new bed for it. It's like a lounge chair, but it's about 30 inches wide, I think. And it's got a really nice pad on it, except I kept one of the mattresses from the teardrop. I put that underneath, and that's even better yet. So I practice in the house. So if you guys are trying to figure out how to configure, practice in your garage or in your house or whatever. So I have plenty of room here, so I can do that in the house. And it's been raining and it's cold again here. I don't know if we're ever going to have summer here, I'm telling you. But at any rate, I know it's only spring, I get it, but I just don't like the cold. I was in California, it was like 82 degrees. I was like, yay! I like it warm. So I always say I'm like a lizard. I should just go sit on a rock, I know. But I did set up the bed. I did go ahead and figure out I could take they're like gym bags or duffel bags. They're not like an actual duffel bag, but I don't know how you could even use it as a carry-on, if you're going on a plane, that kind of thing. But, and it's soft. It's all soft. It's not a hard shell. So one of them is filled up with pants, like stretch pants, so like I use when I teach, any kind of exercise, because I'm comfortable in that, or yoga pants. And then I have another one full of my tops. And I have another kind of a basket that has the socks, the undies, all that stuff in there. And then I've got a third one because it'll slide right underneath that bed, lounge, whatever you want to call it. And I don't sleep completely flat. I just don't. As I've gotten older, I want to be up a little bit on an angle. Not way up, but, up enough. Because a lot of times I get kind of stuffy at night, and that helps me. So I do have allergies, and that's got something to do with it, I'm sure. But anyway, so there's a space underneath that bed. Maybe like that, maybe about 10 inches, 12 inches. Anyway, so I bought it with that in mind. And so I've got two of those bags underneath. Like I said, the one with the pants, the one with the tops. I've got a kind of a basket, but it's a cloth basket that's underneath. And I do want to take another one, another one of those little carry-on or whatever you call it. And I want to put that underneath as well. And my goodness, it's saying bad weather tomorrow. Oh, yucky, yay. Anyway, so I'm going to slide that underneath. I do want to put some jeans in there because on my trip, I really didn't wear jeans a lot. I did mostly the yoga pants and the stretch pants. But I kind of missed my jeans, and I've got so many jeans because over the years, I always took very good care of my clothes. So some of the stuff that I have, it might be 15 years, and I can still wear stuff, so. Anyway, so I'm going to kind of sort through and decide. The jeans I have on right now currently are ones I got at Fred Meyer. And they're usually quite expensive, but they were on sale. So I got 2 pair, and I really like them. So I'm going to stick that in there. They're wider leg, too, because I don't like the real tight leg because it's so hard to get off. You got to turn your clothes inside out when you pull them off. I don't like it. Anyways, so I'm going to put these 2 in there. The one I got on and another one just like it. I got 2 of the same. Sometimes if I really like something, I buy 2 of the same. So like if one kind of starts to wear out, I still have the other one. But there's that. And I have, black jeans, stuff like that. So I'm going to put that in there. And I do want to put a couple dresses in there. I mean, we don't have to be la-di-da-di-da-di-da, but, I'm going to put something in there. So if I do have to dress up a little bit, I can. Like today I did the jeans. I did 2 tops because I teach. I don't want my shoulders sticking out. So I put the long sleeve underneath this, which maybe to you guys looks weird, but I do that when I'm teaching because I want to be respectful and I don't want this out. So I'm just mindful of that. And that way I get the colors, and I call them blended together. But anyway, but I do want to have something like this is a little bit dressier, than what I would do if I'm traveling. And I could travel like this and be comfortable and just pop the earrings off and probably even lay down with this on my head. I don't think this thing's going to, it's been on all day and it's not moved. It's it's not super tight either. Sometimes it hurts like at first, where this is and where it's been, knotted together or brought together. It just depends how I do it. And then if it would come apart at night, who cares, right? But, I mean, that's, at least take the earrings off and lay down if I'm tired. So, but at least, you could go like this. But usually when I'm traveling, I'm thinking more sweatshirt, t-shirt, jacket, pants that are just, easy to pull up, stuff like that. So, but I still want my jeans, and I still want a couple dresses with me. And it's been a while since I've had to wear dresses because when I teach school or I teach music, I don't wear dresses a lot. Because I've got kids. When I taught regular school, I had little kids. So I'm not going to what am I going to do? Crawl on the floor in a dress? I can't do that. So at any rate, but I do want to have something nice. And I found a couple of caftans I made, because I sew, and even hula stuff that I made before. But that I'm not so worried about. Right now, I do want to hang on to that stuff. But because I still want to do Hawaiian Praise eventually and put it up here. But you got to be careful of the copyright stuff. That's what's so hard. But anyway, so I will figure it all out. Still downsizing, still trying to figure some stuff out. But I found a couple caftans, and I really like, which would be comfortable, like if it's hot and you're trying to sleep and you don't want to have pants on in your van, but you still want to have like a gown on, but kind of like in between. So anyway, or you just want to chill. So depending on where you are, of course, But like I could have done that at the site I was at. Like I could have easily have just worn a couple caftan. Nobody would have cared. I mean, the park that I was at was adorable. I'm like, what is that noise? Is that guy? Oh, he's he's cranking. So it's a van life program I'm watching. This guy likes to camp and go in the snow. Not me. But yeah, he's cranking something as a tent on top of the truck. So I'm like, what are you doing? It sounded like somebody was snoring at first. Anyway, I think he's from New Zealand. I like to watch him. Anyway, he's always got the, oh my goodness, he's got a fancy thing. He always has something going on. Anyway, he's fun to watch. But yeah, so I'm just going to kind of reconfigure the teardrop and see what I can do with that. A good purchase for me was my Jackeries. Now the Jackery 300, I'm having a hard time charging it. It's taking like days to charge this thing. So that one, I bought it. That was the very first one I ever bought. So maybe it's an older model. It could be why. Jackery 500 POW, it was done like in 3 hours. I have my Jackery 1000 I have to charge back up. That won't take long either. But that little one, I don't know what's going on with it. So I'm just going to let it charge up. I mean, I usually use a smaller one to charge my phone, a laptop if I have it, just something small. And it lasts a while. But I do want to get serious about, reconfiguring, getting that bed up a little bit off, and then I could stick stuff underneath there. And so I'm going to give the teardrop another couple tries, like at regular campgrounds, and see how that goes. But next month is the van, rent the van for a week, clean it up good. When I get it, even though it's supposed to be clean, I still, you want your own touch, right? So I'll clean it up, and then I'm going to set it up. It's only going to take me probably like half a day to set it up because I already know what I'm doing. I'm just taking stuff out of one thing and putting it in another. I already have everything set up here in the house, which is what I do when I'm getting ready. That way I can measure, kind of figure out, okay, if the van is this big in the inside, how much room do you have across? What can you put in there? And there's certain things I definitely want in there. So I'm going to work on that. So that's what I'm going to be doing next month. I will take you on that journey, and I'll let you see. So that if it's something you want to do, Lola, just trying to get on the table. No. If it's something that you want to do and you want to try it out first, I would recommend that. And then I'm going to try to be stealthy with it. I, have some places already in mind for my areas, and I'm going to do my regular job. I'm not going to stop doing what I normally do. There's going to be 2 chairs in there so I can take, my one grand kiddo that I watch, and I'll be able to take her with me. And I'm going to take her on a couple adventures. And if it's even sunny this Tuesday, I'm going to take her out somewhere. Lola, stop. You want to be on the video? Is that what it is? I guess she misses you guys. Let's see. Lola, are you trying to be on the video? There you are. Are you trying to be on the video? Oh, now you're going to be shy. See, now there you have an audience. No, you're not going. No. Anyway, so she's getting antsy. She wants to sit. She wants to be on my lap is what she wants. That's what she's trying to do. But anyway, so I'll get off of here, but I just want to let you know I'm not forgetting you guys. I definitely want to get on here more. I said I was going to try. It's a little bit late tonight while I'm posting this, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that. In the meantime, I will pop on and, so just kind of watch for different things. And if I purchase something new or have new ideas, I can share that with you. But I think, for me in time, I think the van is going to be the thing I'm going to end up doing, not so much the teardrop. Now, if I get my own van and it has a, way to pull stuff, has that hitch on the back, I may take the van and the teardrop. One thing can always be your storage, or it can always be like your little hangout room, and the other one can be like your house, and then here's your little playroom or your hangout room, or I don't know, your TV room or your whatever. But I'm just saying, so that's a possibility. Or if you're taking family with you, you know, then automatically they have a place to stay. So, you know, at least sleep, right? So, Lola, stop. She's still poking at me. So, we're going to get off of here. It's about 20 minutes now. So, Lola, you're going to say bye to every... Here, move over. Move over. Move over. Move over. Okay, now come here. Okay, there you are. Now you're happy. See? Now you're happy. That's what she wanted. You go, sorry, I'm too close to my face. But there she is. I'm not doing very good with the camera, am I? Sorry. But at any rate, I think she's trying to tell you, aloha nui loa, love you much. And mahalo nui loa, thank you for watching. And don't forget to share out, thumbs up, let people know, hey, this lady is getting a little more serious about this channel, and she's starting to post more. So if you just want to check it out, I've had like some really nice numbers. You know, people look at things, but it's so weird. You all like looking at the bathrooms and the rest stops. I don't know why that is. To me, it's weird, but maybe you just want to know, right? So if you're traveling, I mean, I get it. So, but I've had some, you know, really good, you know, more so than last year when I was doing it. But I want to be more consistent so that you guys can say, hey, let me check her out, see if she's doing anything. You know, and then maybe I'll pop up for you too, and then you can see. Latest thing, like I said, I bought was a lounge chair. Put the mattress under it. It's most comfortable that way. Lola loves it. Like, it's set up here in the house. You gonna say hi to the people? Yeah. You like that, don't you? That lounge chair. I know. So she really likes, she goes sleep on it all the time. And there's enough room on there that she can get on it and I can get on it. And, you know, I mean, she's kind of in the way a little bit, but it's not that bad. I do want to figure out the potty in the van because it was so hard in the car and even in the teardrop. So I had to have the potty tent, you know. And I could still carry a potty tent in the van as far as that goes. But because I'm not going to be like camping with it, I'm going to be more stealthy in the area. I don't want the potty tent, obviously. So, but I can carry it in there. And then that way, like I say, if I go camping, there you are, Lola, you're so cute. Look, you're in there. You're cute. So, you know, then that way, you know, I'd have it. Look at her. She's just like wanting all this attention because, you know, Mommy had to work today. So, all right, you guys. Well, listen, have a blessed Easter. Whether you're celebrating it by yourself or whether you're with family, you know, you're really not alone. I just want to put that out there because a lot of times I feel like that, you know, like my family gets busy and there's times, you know, that nobody talks to me because, I mean, they're just busy. You know, they're a lot younger and they're getting their lives together. I get it, but we're really not alone. So I just want to encourage you if you feel sometimes like you are alone. Look, God is always with you. And Jesus sees you all the time. God knows exactly what you're doing. Just start talking to him. And if you don't know him in your life and heart, I'm just going to put it out there. Just get to know him. Because I'm telling you, when I was driving back and that my directions went wonky and took me St. Helens, Mount Rainier, and all like out and about, like nowhere near where I'm at. And then finally brought me back here to this area. It was scary. I'm like, Lord, what are we doing and where are we going? I really wasn't too sure. And I thought, well, I don't know, maybe you want people to see the message on the vehicle because that's been making an impact. So I almost was in a panic situation, but then I thought, wait a minute, I'm going to get home either way. God will get me home. I'm not going to be out here for the rest of my life just driving aimlessly around. And I got home. That was fine. But anyway, I just want to let you know that. So God is with you. He will help you. And he knows what you're going through. So don't feel like you're ever totally alone because really we're not. And I'm preaching to myself as well as to you, sort of, because I forget to. You know, sometimes we just, you know, people don't call me every day. So there's days I could sit here and nobody would call me. And then there's days that people do call me. And I'm so busy. So it's just life. And I get that. But at any rate, I'm happy the way things are, and God is good. And he's good all the time. So in the meantime, bless you all. Have a great Easter, no matter what it is you're doing. I don't think we're too sure what we're doing. To be honest with you, ourselves, there's not going to be a big dinner because they've been working, I've been working, nobody's really been cooking. I said, well, just get a pizza. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter as long as we know what the day is about. And it's really about the resurrection. And it is Resurrection Sunday, after all. So that's where our focus should be. All right, you guys. So listen, love one another as the Lord has loved you. Please help one another. Be kind to one another. In today's day and age, the way things are, there's too many crazy things going on. That's why I always say, get to know Jesus, have him with you. He will be your help. He will be your fortress. He's your protection. He's your everything. He really will be. If you have not experienced this yet, you will. So I'm just advising you from personal experience. And know that he loves you. So with that said, I do love you too, and I'm so glad you do watch. And give me my thumbs up and subscribe would be great. In the meantime, I'm going to take you on my next adventure. I promise you that. So, you know, you're on Van Life with Minister Mary, so go tell people. And then I pop up on my Facebook all the time. So, but I'm going to say aloha nui loa. Mahalo nui loa. Just love one another. I will definitely see you in the next video. If there's any other things that come up, or new adventures, or I bought a new product, or, you know, something, or I got an idea for something, I'll pop it on here so y'all can check it out. All right, listen, y'all, take care. Love you much, and I will see you in the next video. So bye for now.